Number 2, reading aloud your daily text.
素 vs 肉尾声，意外的结局。好客气老师和他的学生变成素食主义者，且鼓励其他人也成为他们的一份子。好客气老师很高兴看见道德行为辅助产生正面的转变。一些不寻常的事件让好客气老师再一次开始思考。
Hi everybody, welcome back to the second part of our class. It's reading time, not quiet reading, but reading aloud time. I'll be reading this article first so you can listen to the proper pronunciation. But then it is your turn to do your homework by reading this story aloud. You can practice your reading, your speaking, and your pronunciation skills all at once. So here we go. Meet the epilogue with a twist. Teacher Hao and his students change. Teacher Hao becomes a 100% vegetarian, and so do his students. It was a little difficult at first for many of them, but they eventually got the hang of things. Teacher Hao invites a professional nutritionist to visit the class to explain what has to be done to have a balanced and nutritious diet while being a vegetarian. The students and Teacher Hao learn the importance of eating beans, nuts, and some types of green, leafy vegetables to get their protein. Some students decide to take their ethical stand even further by adopting a vegan diet. No dairy products, eggs, or other animal byproducts. Their dedication is admirable. The students also start a movement to spread the importance of a vegetarian diet. They write newsletters, hold seminars, and even hold peaceful protests against eating meat. Teacher Hao was truly amazed with how ethics can change people in real and tangible ways. How could anyone sleep at night if they knew their eating habits were killing living, thinking, sentient organisms, as well as stunting the advancement of humanity? He feels pretty good now. Everything was fine until Teacher Hao reads the headlines in the local newspaper one day. Science discovers plants are thinking sentient beings just like animals. Oh well, thinks Teacher Hao. So much for ethics. Maybe I'll go for a burger tonight. What is the road ahead for Teacher Hao? Should he just give up? Can you help him this time? I think he really needs it. That's it for our story. What is it all about? Well, Teacher Hao and his students have been discussing the pros and cons of being a vegetarian. And in the end, they all agree to be vegetarians, and some are even vegan. Now, what does vegan mean? Vegan means you don't eat any animal byproducts, such as milk, cheese, eggs, anything like that. But then one day he's reading the newspaper after he had finally discussed it, and he thought, this is so great to be a vegetarian. But then he finds out, wait a minute, science now says that plants are also thinking things. They're just like animals. So what does that mean? My goodness, before they couldn't eat animals because they were thinking sentient organisms, but now plants are exactly the same. So if we couldn't eat animals because it's bad morals and bad ethics, but now plants are exactly the same as animals. Oh my goodness. Does that mean we can't eat plants? Then what are we going to eat? That is a big problem for Teacher Hao, and he doesn't know what to do. He thought his ethics and his morals gave him a path, but now it looks like he's back at the beginning. And that's a little bit about life as well. Sometimes when you think you've solved all your problems, a new one will pop up and you have to start all over again. Now that's it for our reading. Take some time, read this aloud to your friends and family. I think you'll have a good time doing it. That's it for this part of the class. Let's go on to the next part.